Hey class of 2020. I know you all have sat through so many speeches from some of the most famous people in the world, and while they were addressed to us, the graduating class of 2020, it still felt a little bittersweet. Bitter because we couldn't be together in our own graduation ceremony, and sweet because it was from the Obamas, Beyonce, Oprah, and even Lady Gaga. Personally, I have imagined making this speech since freshman year, but I never imagined making it like this, under these crazy circumstances. And that's true for all of us. To say the least, a lot of things have changed over the past few months. One thing that I've learned throughout my 4 years at Metro is the value of working together. We created a culture in our school that is accepting of all people. We used our voices as the next generation to protest for gun control in a society that was normalizing school shootings. We advocated together for solutions to combat climate change, and most recently adapted to this new normal during the coronavirus pandemic. Witnessing our senior year being ripped away so quickly was heartbreaking, but not as heartbreaking as seeing our world rapidly come to a halt during this pandemic. Now is the time that we need to be stronger than ever. Not only is our world changing right before our eyes, but we have to redefine what our new normal is going to be. In many ways, this change can be scary and quite intimidating. However, we have the momentum and the chance to write history our way. We have to use what we have experienced throughout our 4 years at Metro and learn from our mistakes. Together, we can turn our disappointments into inspirations and obstacles into creating new opportunities. As some of you may know, I am a competitive karate athlete and have been doing karate for almost my entire life. I know firsthand the feeling of getting punched right in the face. It may hurt at first, but the pain is temporary compared to the long-lasting lesson you begin to understand almost immediately. Perseverance is vital in my practice. However, I believe perseverance is just as important in life. And that's exactly what we did. We made it through one of the most difficult school years in modern history. We accomplished great things and continue to do so together, even behind a computer screen, with the willingness to look past these difficult times. But this is only the beginning. Just because we aren't in our Queens Metro classrooms doesn't mean the learning has stopped. I can say that being at home while under quarantine gave me time to be still and redirect attention to the world and our troubled communities. It gave me time to reflect, time to focus on the bigger issues, and more importantly, ask myself how I can positively contribute to a better future for all people. But I discovered that change always starts from within. That's why I challenge you all to start looking within yourselves. Consider asking yourself these questions. What are your principles? What are your morals? And what are your values? Why do you feel as if those are yours? And how are you going to incorporate them into action? I can understand the frustration and not having normalcy and structure in our lives at this moment. But the truth is, now more than ever, it's time for everyone to end systematic racism and oppression. By doing this, we as vital contributors to society must be willing to learn from one another. Stand up for each other, even if that issue doesn't directly affect you. It's time to be proactive, not reactive. Overall, I think it's safe to say that our last year in high school forced us to grow up and mature sooner than we all expected. It feels like just yesterday we were all freshies running down the Metro Mile, racing to get to first period class with Dunkin' Donuts breakfast in our hands. Fast forward to today. I know it's easy to see the negative, but it's not the time to let it take away from all of our hard work. Even though this is not the best ending we were hoping for, we should still be able to celebrate our accomplishments. Moving on to the next chapter in our lives is a huge deal, and I am extremely proud of all of us for getting it done. Thank you to everyone in the Metro community for the amazing support and honestly the best 4 years of my life. To my friends and student council family who have been with me since day one, I love you guys. And last but not least, my family, who have inspired me to accomplish anything I set my mind to. Thanks to you, I am the person I am today, and strive to be better than the person I was yesterday.